It's Words and Music with Marshall Crenshaw at Riverside Revival for WMOT Roots Radio. Hello.
Hello. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Yeah. I mean, you reminded me that we'd seen each other once before, but
long time ago.
Well, everything was a long time ago.
Last century. I know, which makes it sound like forever.
Yeah. But anyway, here we are.
Here we are, still doing it.
Still walking the earth.
So good to have a new record from you.
Thank you. It feels good to have a record out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Hellhole.
From the Hellhole, yeah.
Lovingly named.
You want me to explain that?
Well, of course I do.
Okay, well, I used to do a radio show on WFUV. We were talking about WFUV a minute ago. I had this show on there for like 5 or 6 years called The Bottomless Pit, and I would record it in my home studio. And one day I was just looking around the room, and I'm going, this place is a hellhole, because it was like a hoarder's space. I never cleaned it. I ran the vacuum once a year. Whenever winter was over, I'd run the vacuum. And so I just thought of it as a hellhole and started calling it the hellhole or a hellhole. But the other thing I used to do in there was make records, right? So this album that's out now, it was mostly recorded in that room. Now I've cleaned it. I keep mentioning now that it's clean and it's not a hellhole anymore, but it was for a long time. And that's why I called the album From the Hellhole. You got it? You got it straight?
Well, it's hard to keep after. You know, life has a way of just being so busy that cleaning is not necessarily on top of the pile.
I would get stumped, too. You know, I would just look at the stuff, and I'm like, do I need that? Am I going to want it later?
Yes.
I would just be, like, paralyzed, you know. So, but I got over that, and so now it's really nice in there.
Oh, way cool.
Yeah.
And so this is such a really cool project as you are archiving these songs for the future. It's about time, honestly, that you...
it might sound kind of funny for me to sit here talking about my legacy and all that, but it's a real thing, you know? And, like, the way the dissemination of music works now, it's like every single thing that ever happened is at everybody's fingertips. And so it'll probably stay like that till, humanity kills itself off. But, so I want to put my stuff out there and have it be its best possible self. And so that's what I've been doing the last few years. I've been fortunate to regain the copyrights to a lot of the stuff, and so it's up to me to put it out. I got Yep Rock Records. I talked them into helping me with all this stuff. It's been great. That's it.
It's way cool. I want to talk about kind of contextual lyricism that you live in that goes way back. That, when you were growing up, I mean, some of the things that you listened to that sparked you to become a musician, and you got to do some of those things in real life.
Oh, true. Yeah, I did. Well, it goes way back with me, and everything goes way back with me because I was born in 1953. And, but, I just had music all around me all the time from day one, and it just kind of seized on it. It was like rock and roll music was the soundtrack of my childhood, as I've said to people a zillion times. But anyway, yeah, I just got on that path, and I've been on it all that time, I don't know. Is that what you...
Well, I want to say specifically infused with Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
And then also you played in the Beatlemania.
Yeah, I know. That is kind of bizarre, even that happened. But I remember Buddy Holly from when he was a walking, living person. I saw him on the Ed Sullivan Show and on the Dick Clark Show, and I really liked his sound and his records as a child. And so yeah, later on, I'm in that movie and. The John Lennon thing, too, was kind of... Anyway, none of this was planned. It all just kind of happened to me. Or But there you go.
Well, and I think, honestly, you know, when I listen to your music, especially solo acoustic, you really can hear the legacy sort of get passed from the decades that is alive and well in your music.
Well, I appreciate that, and I hope that's true, you know? Like, when I finally got this notion in my head to really create a body of work and make my own music, I wanted to engage with that stuff that I loved during childhood. I wanted to engage with what was going around me in New York right at that moment, because I loved that too, you know? I loved the stuff that I heard the club DJs play, and I loved WBLS and WKTU and, you know, just everything. I was like, and I'd always done that. I'd always been like omnivorous about popular music, but I especially wanted to like have that element in there of rock and roll for sure. You know, like my first album's full of songs where I started writing the song by copying another song, kind of, or copying the drum beat from a song and then building on that, you know. So anyway, thanks for picking up on that.
Well, also, when did you first start making music? How old were you?
Well, let me see. I was talking to some friends of mine this morning who have a Beatles radio show, and so I was remembering that when I saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, I was already playing guitar then. And when one of the shows was on, I was sitting there with a practice pad and drumsticks. So I was already playing a little bit by then, and that's 1964. Everything, you know, everything happened a long time ago with me.
You were 11.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, when did you move to New York?
Well, let me see. I headed west and landed east, you know, like I left the Detroit area in 1977. I went out to Los Angeles with this friend of mine from high school who was living out there. And this is another story I've told a bunch, but I just ran into him one day and was talking to him. I said, well, where you been? I haven't seen you in a couple of years. He told me that he was living in L.A. and he was going to go back in a month, and I just spontaneously decided right then that I was going to go with him, if it was okay with him, if I went with him. So I did, and I just went out there and drifted around the West for a few months, got in a band that was touring in the West, and then wound up on the East Coast about a year after I'd headed west, and I was in Beatlemania then, which is just all these oddball turns of events, you know. But I went off on, you know, like a young man has to go on an odyssey, right? That's a thing, you know. So I went on this odyssey, and it was really an odyssey.
There could be no two more different cities during those years between L.A. and New York.
It's true. No, I was kind of, my mind was kind of blown by New York, you know. Because I don't know, it was a funny time in New York. It was like a time of decline for the city, and there was like a garbage strike right after we got there. You know, like walls of garbage bags everywhere. But we still thought it was Disneyland. My wife and I, we loved New York from the start, you know. But yeah, it was like the anti-suburbia kind of. That's what I saw in it. What I was looking for, too. You know, I wanted to get away from suburbia. Go figure. But anyway, yeah, it was cool to wind up in New York, and it just, everything kind of clicked.
New York's an amazing city still, and so fast, and so much possibility. Everything is possible. You just feel it, you know.
Yeah.
If you have a dream, somehow you can make it happen. And they're just random things that occur that, you know, unlock a door that all of a sudden you're walking through. It's so great. I mean, to be in the thick of it, where you take your elevator ride and you're in it. That's it. That's your commute.
Well, there are a lot of magical places in the country, but that one worked for me, and it really captivated me too. But I will say this: when I went out to L.A. with my friend from high school, then I was in it too as soon as I got there. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it till later on, but I went out with him to join this band that he was in, which was this bar band, and I auditioned, and they were rehearsing in the basement of a building that later became a venue called the Mask, which is like a legendary L.A. punk rock birthplace, you know. But so I'm in this space, you know. It was like a month later, it was the Mask, you know. So already I'm I'm somewhere, you know.
Wow.
As soon as I got to L.A., but then New York, yeah, that was where everything kind of fell into place for me.
LA was real magical too. I used to pop out there for a week and go do interviews and love the sunshine and you know. But what was really interesting was what I could do in a day in New York. It would take me a week in LA.
Yeah,
oh, I can't do it today. I'm playing tennis. How about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so great to have a new album from you, and even more so to have you here in the studio with us today. What are you going to play for us?
Oh, let me think. Well, I'll probably play one called "There She Goes Again."
Cool.
Because I can play it, you know, and sing it, and
that's good.
I think
well, let's start there, and then we'll talk about what you played on the back end.
Hello, I'm Marshall Crenshaw, and I'm going to play a song right now that's way down at the bottom of my oldies bag, but as far as I can go. Oops. I broke a fingernail the other day. From my window nearly every day, I see that girl go on down the highway, and I think she's trying to catch my eye. Standing alone, I see her drive on by. There she goes again with another guy. She was my girl not too long ago. How I lost her, I'm not sure I know, but it makes no difference how I try. I get a blue feeling when she moves on by. Oh, there she goes again with another guy. It's a sad situation, but I know just what I ought to do. I'm gonna find someone better now. Go have fun, little girl. I can live without you. I'll be stronger when she's off my mind, and I hope she finds what she's been trying to find. And as life goes on and time goes by, will her heart ever be satisfied? There she goes again with another guy. It's a sad situation, but I know just what I ought to do. I'm gonna find someone better now. Go have fun, little girl. I can live without you. I'll be stronger when she's off my mind, and I hope she finds what she's been trying to find. And as life goes on and time goes by, will her heart ever be satisfied? There she goes again with another guy. Will her heart ever be satisfied? There she goes again with another guy. Just last night when we were in bed, this thought came into my head. Now I would give anything, girl, if I could steal a look into your secret world. What do you dream of? What do you dream of? Well, I'll never know what really lies behind your sleeping eyes. What do you dream of? Ah, what do you dream of? Now can you leave your worldly years behind, or do they rule your mind? When I see you smile, then I've got a reason to smile. What do you dream of? I wonder once in a while. I said, close your eyes. You know it feels fine to let yourself finally unwind from fighting hard to stay in the game. For all your trouble and time, you're getting more of the same. What do you dream of? Oh, what do you dream of? When you're in a world that's yours alone, another day is gone. What do you dream of? Now what do you dream of? Guess you're keeping your secrets to yourself. I guess they're meant for no one else. I'll never solve all of your mysteries. Oh, what do you dream of while you're lying next to me? Wish I could steal a look into your secret world. What do you dream of? Now what do you dream of? Baby, I'll never know what really lies behind your sleeping eyes. What do you dream of? Now what do you dream of? Out when you're in a world that's yours alone, another day is gone. I'll never solve all of your mysteries. What do you dream of while you're lying next to me? Whenever I see you smile, then I've got a reason to smile. What do you dream of? Baby, I wonder once in a while. Next up is a tune from 2009. That's when I recorded it. Did anybody help me write this one? Let's see. It was a woman named Kelly Ryan. It's called Passing Through. Take two. In our old shoes we walked last night, sparkling concrete under the lights, traffic sounds bouncing off the steel and glass. We traced our steps from the past, shadows in the curtains on the second floor. I used to have a key to that front door. We didn't know it then, but you and I were just passing through, passing by. Let's hurry on. No use standing and staring. Hurry on. I thought I heard you say, let's walk on. We really can't stay. We're just passing through this way. Now this world is moving and changing always. We'd better be about new days for as long as we may. We're just passing through this way. In our old shoes we walked last night, ghosts of old friends on the left and right. Being there with you gave me a thrill like it used to do and always will. left to go. When we'll be back there, I don't know. Maybe sometime before we're done on some other trip around the sun. Let's hurry on. No use standing and staring. Hurry on. I thought I heard you say, let's walk on. We really can't stay. We're just passing through this way. This world is moving and changing always. We'd better be about new days for as long as we may. We're just passing through. We're just passing through this way. Yeah. Just passing through this way.
Marshall Crenshaw is with us here in the studio at Riverside Revival for Words and Music for WMOT. Passing through.
Oh, yeah, from 2009.
Thank you for playing that.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
It's a joyful song about mortality. But I used to introduce it that way when I would play it on stage. But it's not like, it was funny to me at the time, but it's kind of not funny anymore. But anyway, that's from 2009, which is also a long time ago.
Yeah, it is. I know. It's just a fluid thing, though, you know. Just get to live every day. You also played a song in the set, What Do You Dream Of?
Oh, What Do You Dream Of? Yeah, from 1996. And I played it today because I'm not going to play it anymore.
How come?
It's the only one of my old songs that I'm still doing on stage in the original key.
Ah.
And it's a difficult song to sing anyway because there are hardly any breaths in it. And I was doing it the other night, and I thought, this one's got to go. And it's going to go for a while, at least for a while.
Can you put it in a different key? Would that make it easier?
Yeah, but that's a process because I have a band and they got to learn it.
Yeah.
And, so
retiring.
Yeah, it's semi-retired as of tonight.
Have you done that with anything else? Any other songs?
All the songs I play that are from, earlier times are in lower keys, but people don't notice, Nobody's once ever come up to me and said, "Oh, why'd you sing that song in that key? That's not the key the record's in." And so it's working, It's good for me, and they don't care or they don't know. And that's, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody would come and say, "You did that originally." I mean,
Somebody might, but nobody ever has.
So, and you're on tour, which we love.
Yeah, I've been out for the last 4 years running with this band that I have now. It's an entrenched thing, which is great, and they're really great fellas, and we make a cool sound that nobody else makes, for sure. So, yeah, I'm out here. I still love getting out and seeing the country again, believe it or not, and here we are.
So much has changed, when you go down to town and you have history and that, this town's fallen into bad times and others have gentrified and, it's really kind of an interesting juxtaposition of memory to reality.
Well, time marches on, and never stops.
It's true. So, are you working on new music?
No.
Really?
Not right this minute. I'm not saying I never will again.
Right.
I very well might at another point in my life. But right now, I feel like I got to deal with my catalog and just make sure it's all cool with that. Because I think it's a good catalog. So, I'm just focused on that for now. And maybe later on I'll add to it.
If you have a label deal. Just saying.
Yeah, right. Well, we kind of have things laid out for the next year or so, and that's just more reissues. But Maybe, I could do it. I'm capable of it still. For however.
So is this going to be a series of From the Hellhole? So is it going to be volume 2, or are you going to name them?
No, the next thing that's going to come out is something to do with my 3rd and 4th Warner Brothers albums. I'm going to get those out. I took everything down from the streaming services and everything when I got the rights back, and just so I could.
Bravo. For getting the rights
It's amazing.
back.
Yeah. I mean, God bless Sonny
That's a
Bono
process.
and U.S. copyright law and all that stuff. No, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, cool. So we'll look for more music from you, From the Hellhole, whether it's labeled that or not. But
yeah, as long as I have all my marbles and I'm breathing, I'll be making music.
well, it's kind of like breathing itself, music. For those that make it, I don't know how you would live without making it and without putting it on, record or on stage somewhere. And we thank you so much for a great legacy and for all you do and for a new record. It's so great to have it.
Thank you very much.
Marshall Crenshaw for WMOT Roots Radio's Words of Music.